picture, curtain lights. This is it, the night of nights. No more rehearsing and nursing apart. We know every part by heart. Overture, curtain lights. This is it, we'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.
Hey, we're back. I'm Goose.
I'm Logan.
This is On With The Show, and today pretty much is going to be covered by one topic.
And that is?
Disney. All things Disney, because all things are going crazy over at Disney.
Our favorite topic.
Our favorite topic. We love talking about Disney because we are Disney people. If you've seen our
Travel by Nature.
Travel by Nature.
Done quite a few videos
there, yeah, with shirts and then the whole deal. We really get into ourselves. Kind of really committed to the whole Disney thing, but we're glad you're here. We hope you had a great holiday. Mm-hmm. We're glad to have you back. We're hopefully to get this in before the new year. But here's what I wanted to start off with. Apparently, Disney has now, they've issued behavior warnings to park goers as fights increase at the parks.
Interesting.
This is from the New York Post. If you have... All you have to do is like go to a TikTok and see some Karen like blowing up on a cast member about something. You know,
I remember that story where it was you moved my stroller.
Yeah.
And she absolutely lost it.
She absolutely lost it. We've seen we reported on our podcast earlier this year about two families getting into a fight about getting in line over at the what was it, the Philharmagic? And
yes,
oh my
I remember
gosh.
that.
I mean, that was just absolutely, and everything's caught on. Everybody's got a camera now, so everything's caught on, for the newest TikTok.
I mean, whenever I hear about Disneyland fights, the one that immediately pops into mind is the Toontown
fight. Oh my gosh,
from a few years ago. I'm going to jail tonight.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. So it just seems people have become unruly. Mm-hmm. They have decided that they're either going to fight with cast members or they're going to fight with each other. And don't get me wrong, we've had our moments at a Disney park when we've had to, and I think what it is when we did it, we weren't like yelling verbally, screaming obscenities. We pulled the person aside and said, we're not putting up with this anymore. But there are people, and I understand, I get it. You go to the park, you spend all this money to do this, but good golly, I mean, to just have all-out brawls between, guests is just
ridiculous.
And it's unacceptable. I mean, you basically. So here's what this is for the California park goers over here at Disneyland. The warning reads: "We ask all who come to this happy place to treat others with respect, kindness, and compassion. To help guests have a safe and enjoyable experience, we regularly update our Disneyland resort rules." It goes on to say that we show common courtesy to other guests and cast members, which are employees, of course, by not using profanity or engaging in unsafe, illegal, disruptive, or offensive behavior, jumping lines, or saving places in line for others, which is a common occurrence, if you've...
Yeah, if you've ever been to any theme park, there's always every time you're in line, somebody's cutting through because their family's already in line, they had to go to the bathroom or any other thing like that. But that's why I think it's such a stupid thing to get upset over, because it happens all the time.
It does. It happens all the time. As a matter of fact, it was interesting because I read an article just a few weeks ago about this one woman, and I'm going to say exactly what she is. She was the Karen of all Karens. Was basically, she got upset. They were in line for Splash Mountain, which will be another topic at another time.
Yes.
But she was in line for Splash Mountain, and he was behind her, and she kind of leaned back against the wall, and he thought, okay, well, and there were some people, I guess, who had friends of theirs ahead of them, so he let them by. And she got annoyed to the point where she looked at him and said, well, I was here first. I don't know why you had to left them by. And he's like, well, it's just I was being nice and kind, you know. Well, you need to be considerate of people in front of you. Yeah.
Well, maybe you need to chill out.
It went on further where they each get to the head of the line, and he gets a spot, and he gets on the ride ahead of her. And she starts throwing a fit to the cast members. I was here before him. I don't know why he has to get on the ride before I do. And she's having an argument
because of the line splits.
I think that probably is part of it. I don't know. I mean, it didn't really report about how it happened. But then not only was she getting into it with cast members, but she was also getting into it with other people in line.
Oh my goodness.
Again, I understand, if you spent thousands of dollars, and by the way, they basically came out with a thing, Fox News Business basically came out with an article
that people were willingly
going into
debt to go to Disney World.
But 71% of people said, we would do it again. It was that important to them, which we're like, okay, that's fine if you're willing to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're willing to
it's not my right to say what you can do with your money.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But it's just the idea that, you have these people who have these crazy expectations of what they should have at Disney. And the thing of it is, and we've experienced it, we've talked to other people who've experienced it, you can't do everything at Disney. It's an impossibility to have these things in your head that, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to eat at this restaurant, and then to find out, the lines are an hour long, you can't get your lightning lane, you can't get a dining reservation, oh my gosh, our vacation is ruined. And it's only the first day. And it's like you have to kind of like chill, what do we normally say when stuff happens? Remember that time when we went to California Adventure and it rained?
Yeah.
It's
I
like
remember that. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah, you sometimes have to pivot.
Yes. So just change the plan. There's no reason to, ruin your whole day and everybody else's day for that matter because something on your itinerary couldn't be done. I mean, even when it comes to that, I don't understand the whole, we got to schedule every single moment of our day at a theme park. Because I just like to, go with the flow.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best. You can make all the big plans. I mean, we plan on our Disney trips, not to the minute. But it's like we plan them out. Here's what we want to do. Here's where we're going to eat. Here's the reservations we have. Yes, we got the Genie Plus. We got the lightning lanes. Sometimes you get, and it's happened to us. We get to the front of a line of a ride and it breaks down.
I still remember the time we were in line for Radiator Springs Racers. Not long after it opened.
Yep.
And there was an earthquake.
And they had to shut the ride down.
Yep.
And you have no control over that. Those things happen. It's like it goes on to say the Walt Disney World in Florida, they have a similar message encouraging guests to be the magic you want to see in the world. Yeah, that's
Very, very generic.
Very generic. Always treat others with respect, kindness, and compassion. The park warns those who can't live up to the simple wish will be asked to leave the resort. Not the park.
The resort.
The
resort. You're not just getting kicked out of Magic Kingdom. You're getting kicked out of all of Disney.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter if you have reservations for 7 days. It's like they will help you pack up your stuff and go. And we've seen this happen. We've heard about this happening. We've heard about lifetime bans of people who have had hissy fits at the park and we're told you're never coming back. And we joke about why all of a sudden now you tell your grandkids that we can't go to Disney World because grandma threw a stroller at
one day lost her mind. A cast member.
Yeah, a cast member, and now is no longer able to go back. I mean, there'll come a time when they'll have facial recognition to
You're going to be trying to walk through the park, trying to walk into the park, and it says, "Nah, nah, nah, lifetime ban," or something like that.
Kind of like Hector and Coco who tries to get across the bridge. And
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah, it talks about the large fight between two families that took place in front of Peter Pan's flight.
What's the one that happened
a
at
woman
Peter
that
Pan's
suffered
flight
a
again?
head injury. California Park experienced similar altercations, most recently with a brawl during Memorial Day weekend that resulted in the removal of several guests. I mean, it's just what it is it's gotten out of hand, and I think Disney reserves the right to be able to, what would you want to best say, to be able to serve their guests. I mean, we got nervous the one time when we were at Hollywood Studios and one of our parties was having a fit and they were dropping F-bombs and we were like, please stop. We want to,
I still remember that.
yeah, but we got through it. I mean, it is, I will have to say this, as enjoyable as a Disney vacation is, it can be stressful.
Yes, very.
And so our best advice to give to anybody who is going on a Disney vacation is just relax, go with it,
and take a chill pill.
take a chill pill, and you're not going to get on every ride you anticipate. In fact, the last time we went to Disneyland, we didn't go on any of the major rides due to either long lines or it was so hot that
a lot of rides were
closed
down. Like I
due to the
remember,
heat.
we couldn't do the canoes because those were closed.
Big Thunder Mountain we couldn't get on because they had closed it. We didn't even had a chance to get over to do Space Mountain. Couldn't get on Splash Mountain, which happens to be my favorite ride because the line for Splash Mountain was
incredibly long.
Hint, the line for Splash Mountain was incredibly long the way it was. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now.
Overture, curtain lights, this is it, the night of nights. No more rehearsing and nursing a part. We know every part by heart. Overture, curtain lights, this is it. We'll hit the heights, and oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.